Okay, so we have multiple breaking news coming out. We're gonna start with this one first. China warns the United States, if you want war, you will get war. If you want to destroy the Red Dragon, you will be destroyed. The Red Dragon will not fire the first shot, but the Red Dragon will not allow you to fire the second shot. Wow. It's the first time I hear the Red Dragon speaking like this towards the, again, the US. So let me just play this video here. We have a lot more information, but do me a favor, share, like, subscribe. Thank you again for your support.
If you want to have war, you will get war. If you want to destroy China, you will be destroyed. If you want to impose nuclear war on China, you will be wiped out by nuclear war. This is very serious. China's policy is very clear. China will not fire the first shot, but China will not allow you to fire the second shot. If you have not watched the Victory Day parade in Beijing on September the 3rd, one of the weapons China demonstrated is a missile with all the warheads. We call it 61 because it can contain 60 nuclear warheads plus one hydrogen bomb. Now, in the world of today, let me tell you, which country has hydrogen bomb? China is the only country with hydrogen bomb. And that ICBM can cover every corner of the world in less than 20 minutes.
Wow.
And destroy any target in any corner of the world without any possibility of being intercepted. I hope Washington has learned the lesson.
America, you listening? Are you paying attention? Once again, the Red Dragon sends WW3 warning of nuclear strike hitting in 20 minutes. The Red Dragon warned the world there will be a devastating consequences. We have a lot of information coming out. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Wow. All right, so what do you guys think about this? Leave comments down below, but this is the real deal. All right, so we're gonna get to that, but let me show you some of the stuff here. The Holy Land. All right, you guys know there's a peace agreement just made a few hours ago. The U.S. commander just put out the announcement, and it seems like you have Hamas is gonna release the innocents. All right, so it seems like it's gonna happen next week, Monday. The Holy Land warns civilians. Also, they put out this information to stay away from northern Gaza. Holy Land says the area north of the Gaza Valley remains extremely hot, with Gaza City still surrounded by its forces. People are being urged not to return north or approach any zones where troops are operating across the region, including the south and east. Officials stressed that everyone should wait for clear instructions before going back, as conditions remain unsafe. Alright, so we do have some more breaking news coming out, guys. Once again, share the video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The U.S. commander said Gaza will be peaceful and safe after 3,000 years of conflict. Stop! Oh, 3,000 years of conflict. This is going way back to like King Nebuchadnezzar, right? This is going way before Jesus' time. I don't know about that, Donald. I don't know about that. Here's the thing, guys. In this world, This is a sinful world. There's no such thing as peace. I mean, there is, but a short period of peace. True peace is Jesus Christ. In this world, there will be destruction. So again, look, I give all credit to Donald working these things out, but eventually the biblical war will continue. All right. It, Scripture says, Jesus said there will be nation against nation and many conflicts. The Strip gonna be a peaceful, much safer place. Obviously, it's been blown to pieces. And this is not just by Holy Land. This is over years and years and years. It's been heartache for many years. A lot of people say this is a deal for 3,000 years. So whether you say 500, because some people say 500 based on event, but other people say this is something historic for 3,000 years. I don't know about that, Donald. Alright, so we do have some more news. The Holy Land signed cease plan and the innocent deal Thursday. Oh, Thursday? So Holy Land will sign the cease plan and hostage deal Thursday by noon, with Benjamin convening the Gov today to approve it. All 20 living innocent are expected to be released by Monday, possibly sooner, while the BODIES of others will be returned gradually. The Holy Land military will hold 53% of the Strip until the last innocent is freed, then withdraw to a buffer zone. About 2,000 prisoners will be released, but none involved in the October 7. Wow. Okay, so this is a very important time that we are living here, guys. And we're getting closer and closer. And also gold is going up. 4,000 an ounce. And it's going up so quick. I just feel like something is gonna snap pretty soon. I mean, again, we are hearing of peace. But when spoken of peace and safety or peace and security, then sudden destruction shall follow. The U.S. commander said, "I'm expected to arrive in the Holy Land in the coming days." The U.S. commander said in a phone interview that he is expected to arrive in Holy Land in the coming days and is willing to address the Knesset. This is a great day for Holy Land and the world. They want me to speak in the Knesset, and I will definitely do so if they want it that way. My conversation with Ben was great. He is happy, and rightfully so. This is a big achievement. All right. Okay, we're going to go with the next one here. Tucker is sounding the alarm. U.S. moving to civil war. I mentioned that the other day. I mentioned that 2026 we could see martial law. We could see also civil war to hit the fan. You guys see all these governors. These governors are just absolutely going cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Give me a second here. Let me just play this video.
The United States is moving, not inexorably, but still moving toward civil war, number one. And number two, civil wars are the very worst kind of wars, worse than any kind of war fought against a foreign adversary. So the United States is...
I do believe so. I believe so. Under the Donald, they're going to make sure that man doesn't see any peace. And we're about to see something pretty soon, within and without. All right, next breaking news. Guys, we're going to talk about the Red Dragon nuclear stuff, but let me just show you some of this. Nicolas, the president of Venezuela, activate Independence 200 plan amid the U.S. military tensions. Venezuelan leader Nicolas announced the activation of the Independence 200 plan in Northern Defense Zone, citing what he called aggressive maneuvers by the U.S. in the Southern Caribbean. Now, it says here the plan reportedly involves all branches of the Bolivarian armed forces, including the national militia, with defensive measures set around key infrastructure, such as airports and ports. Military units have allegedly been deployed to Maiquetía International Airport, and Burke M2E missile system were spotted near Caracas, alongside anti-tank barriers on the Caracas-La Guaira highway. Okay, so they're moving a lot of stuff. Look at this here. You got tanks and everything. Actually, I don't see no tanks. Okay, guys, big breaking news. Wars Alert just put this information out. The U.S. commander has officially proposed the idea of placing his face on a new $250 bill. All right. Once again, Hamas says alive to be exchanged for nearly 2,000. Oh, look at this. Within 72 hours of deal implementation. So that's something new. The U.S. commander to Fox News, the innocent will likely be released on Monday, but now they're saying in the next 72 hours, which is Sunday or possibly Monday. Also, the National Guard troops have started their mission in the greater Chicago area. And I know those politicians are not pleased out there. A massive green fireball was seen over a major UK city, leaving onlookers stunned. You guys already know UK is pushing for that digital currency, digital ID. And at the same time, you got thousands of churches are going to close down. A lot of things are going to change out there in the UK. Man, and that's a real footage. That's not one of those fake ones. That's the real deal. All right, All right, guys. Let's go with this. The Red Dragon sends World War III message of nuclear strike hitting in 20 minutes. So you have Victor, the vice president of the Center for the Red Dragon and Globalization, warned of devastating consequences should the Red Dragon come under strike, and boosted off a long-range missile that can hit in minutes. Wow. Let me read this part really quick. This advertisement, I cannot show it. Victor, the vice president of the Center for China and Globalization, warned of devastating consequences should the Red Dragon come under attack. Now it says here in a speech translated into English and reported by Pakistani media outlet Observer Diplomat, he is reported to have said, the Red Dragon policy is very clear. The Red Dragon will not fire the first shot, but we will never allow you to fire the second. Pay very close attention. Pay very close attention. His comments. His comments come after the Red Dragon flexed its military muscle last month during the Red Dragon annual Victory Day parade to mark the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. The Red Dragon leader said the world faced a choice between peace and war, as the Red Dragon unveiled a huge arsenal of equipment at the event, which was attended by Vladimir and Kim, and only two Western leaders, Slovakia's Robert and Alexander of Serbia. So you have Gao reportedly went on. The Red Dragon emphasizes that any attack, conventional or nuclear, will have devastating consequences. Hold on. This is very concerning here. Um, so any attack against the Red Dragon, conventional or nuclear, will have devastating consequences. I wonder why he brought up the name nuclear. It seems like, again, WW3 is going to be nuclear. It's going to be hardcore. If you have not watched the Victory Day parade in the Red Dragon on September the 3rd, one of the equipment the Red Dragon demonstrated, we call it 61 because it can contain 60 nuclear warheads plus one hydrogen bomb. And that intercontinental ballistic equipment can carry every corner of the world in less than 20 minutes and destroy any target in any corner of the world without any possibility of being intercepted. I hope Washington has learned the lesson. Ooh. Wake up. Wake up, sleeping giant. If you want to have a biblical war, you will get war. If you want to destroy the Red Dragon, you will be destroyed. If you want to impose nuclear war on the Red Dragon, you will be wiped out. Nuclear war. This is very serious. Neither the video nor the translation have been independently verified by the Express or the Daily Star. Now it says here, the BBC described Mr. Gao as a veteran loyalist of the Communist Party of the Red Dragon. He boasted of the Red Dragon military prowess ahead of the parade, which marked the anniversary of Japan officials' surrender in World War II. He told Sky News ahead of a Victory Day military parade on September 3rd that the Red Dragon would display the best weapons, drones, and robotics of all time at the event. Mr. Gao said that the Red Dragon arsenal would promote peace, adding, "No country should ever dare to impose war on the Red Dragon." This is a message only to the sleeping giant, to us. Sleeping giant needs to pay very close attention to this. Alright, so it seems like that's all of it for that one. Okay, so give me 1 second here, guys. I want to bring this news up that is making headlines. Alright, so let me just pull this information up. Once again, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. The more like, the better. Alright, we're going to keep it updated with all these world news events that's related to Bible prophecy. And the only way out of all this, the only way to peace is by accepting Jesus as Lord and Savior and receiving the gift of the Holy Spirit. Okay, so gold passes 4,000 per ounce. That's crazy. I remember I had a couple of ounces of gold. I let that go back in 2017. Back then it was like 1100. I'm just wow. The IMF warns bank prepare for dollar shock. Is there going to be a collapse? Prepare yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally. Something is wrong here, though. Something is wrong. I mean, I never seen anything like this. This is just mind blowing. I mean, this thing is going to crush the US currency, the way I see it. I mean, look at that needle. That's, man, never seen anything like this. Again, I mean, this never happened in history. The price for 1 ounce of gold has broken through $4,000 an ounce. Guys, you know what's an ounce? It's like this little, it's something like this small. Just imagine a bar. All right, so $4,000 an ounce for the first time as the early morning hours on U.S. East Coast, October 8th. Meanwhile, International Monetary Fund is warning banks to prepare. You got to prepare for dollar shock and have sufficient foreign exchange funds to cover U.S. dollar exposure. Now, I've been saying this for a very, very long time. You need to get your money out the bank and exchange it for silver or gold. And I did mention that like a few months ago, gold was like 2,700 back then. Now it's 4,000. And look, I can understand a lot of people don't have that type of money. I can understand that. But again, you know, I just wanted to put it out there. But silver, I believe silver is going to skyrocket. Silver is going to shock the world. Seems like Peru is going to be the richest country. Spot gold jumped 1.2% to 4,000 per ounce. U.S. gold future for December delivery climbed 1.3% to $4,000 per ounce. Spot gold is up 53% year to date after rising 27% in 2024. International Monetary Fund warned banks, financial institution that dominates the $9.6 trillion currency market should hold the necessary liquidity and capital buffers and run enhanced stress tests to prevent disruption to the financial system, according to an International Monetary Fund report released on Tuesday, October 7, 2025. All right, global banks have significant dollar exposure in their balance sheets, making them vulnerable to potential funding shocks. Stress in the FX market can spill over to other asset classes, tightening financial conditions and posing risk to market financial stability, especially in countries with significant currency mismatches and fiscal vulnerability. The fact that the International Monetary Fund is using terminology like dollar exposure by its very nature is treating the dollar as a not so good thing to be holding. So gold future at this hour have risen again. Just a matter of time. We are all watching in real time the collapse in purchasing power of US dollar. The higher gold goes, the less our money can buy of everything else. This appeared to me to be the collapse of the US currency, slowly but surely. But don't worry! According to Donald, we will make America very powerful and turn America into the capital of Bitcoin. Digital currency will replace the US dollar. I do believe so. I do believe so. Alright, so give me a second here, guys. Hold on, give me a second. What's going on here? So, U.S. commander said Wednesday that the sleeping giant will play a role in helping to rebuild the war-torn strip and keep it safe and peaceful. After Holy Land and Hamas agreed to first phase of his plan. Now, remember, guys, the Donald shared a video months ago that again rebuilding the strip and owning it. Wow. Here comes biblical war now. Massive Russian strike in Sumy Oblast has taken 3 injuries too. A series of massive enemy strike targeted rural communities in the northeastern border region, causing casualty and destroying civilian infrastructure, the Gov said. So we do have this information, some updates. The Holy Land to start 72-hour of the innocent release countdown after Security Cabinet meeting Thursday. So once again, you do have the Holy Land ambassador to the U.S. confirmed that once Holy Land Security Cabinet approves the palace prisoner list today, a 72-hour countdown begins for Hamas to release living Holy Land captive. This means that the remaining living innocent could be freed Sunday or Monday. All right. So that's very important news there. Very important news. So we do have this information coming out. The Holy Land military declares the strip is still a war zone. What happened to the cease plan? Important announcement to all residents of the strip. The area north is still considered a dangerous combat zone. And yeah, we did mention this at the very beginning of the video. I did mention that there's some kind of evacuation going on. All right, give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to see if there's any more information here. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. We got another stuff going on here. Well, give me a second. Fire breaks out at Russian gas plant after reported drone strike. A fire allegedly broke out at the Lukoil gas processing plant in Kotovo, the Bear, following a reported drone strike overnight on October the 9th. This is a big news here. Airports in nearly 200 remote communities will shut down in days if Gov shutdown continues. Holiday season is going to be brutal. All right. Let me go back on X. See if there's any more updates here. Hold on. This is coming out right now. The Holy Land military chief orders forces to prepare for any scenario as peace deal signed. Holy Land military chief of staff Lieutenant General has instructed all forces to maintain strong defenses and be ready for any scenario following the strict peace agreement. The Holy Land military welcome the signing of the first phase and the anticipated of the innocent return, the hostages, ordering preparation for the operation to be conducted with sensitivity and professionalism. Now, forces on both fronts, lines, and rear areas are on alert as the military prepares for the complex logistic of receiving 48 of the living within 72 hours. All right. So military is still going to be on high alert. Extreme high alert. And it seems like this is all of it. Yeah, it seems like this is all of it for tonight, guys. But again, I will keep you updated with all this news. There's still the Gov shutdown going on. And make sure you check out the videos I posted today. The links will be in the description box. Alright guys, I'm not seeing anything else. I think I'm going to end it here. Yeah, other than that, this is all the news. And again, I will keep you updated with the world news that's related to Bible prophecy. Have a good night, guys. Till next time later. Peace.